Alright guys, coming back at you with another review. G-Money Vape Reviews. Yes, I know, G-Money. It's a funny, hilarious name. Everybody laughs at it. I just decided to pick a catchy name for my review channel and figured G-Money would be kind of funny, catchy name. So today I'm going to be doing the review on the IPV4. I have it here in the box. I'll do an up close of it and do an unboxing, and we'll see how it works, go over the features, go over the pros, go over the cons. Not too many cons on this, a lot more pros than anything. So we'll talk about that and what I like about it, the new things that they have added to it, which they didn't have in previous versions. We're going to talk about the temperature control. I will actually be using a nickel coil on the Kinger Subtank Plus. So that'll be neat, so you guys can see the temperature control in action on this thing. It's a pretty nice box mod. I like it so far. I prefer more wattage than 100 watts because I like to go past 100 because I do a lot of low builds. But 100 watts seems to be adequate enough for any tank system or any kind of RDA that you can build that runs, down. Like 0.3 is about a good one for this mod. 100 watts is more than enough for like 0.3 building up. If you're doing 0.2s with some thicker wire, 24 gauge, 22 gauge, you're going to want 150 watts. So maybe this box might not be for you, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to vape on it. And I'm going to just show you all the cool shit there is to know about this thing. And I'll be showing you guys the Kinger Subtank. And I won't be doing a review on that yet. We're going to do a review later on it probably tomorrow or something, and just talk about the cool stuff on that, the cool features. So let's get back down to it and get talking about this thing in up close mode. Alright guys, here we are up close. Looking at this IPV4 box. You got IPV4 here, 7 watts to 100 watts. You got your packaging contents here, one IPV4 device, one USB cable, one user manual, one charging cable, one gift box. You have caution, this is not a toy. Please use these products responsibly. The mod is intended for use only by persons over the age of 18 and should not be used by those unfamiliar with rebuilding atomizers. You got Made in China right here. So yeah, any of you young kids out there who think vaping is cool, want to pick this up and just buy it just because, your friends have one and you think it's a cool thing to do. If you're not 18, you have no business vaping. Stay the hell away from vaping until you're 18. Please do not get into this. You're giving vaping a bad name. You're just giving the cigarette companies more fucking ammunition to try and attack the vaping industry and take away our freedom to vape because little kids think that it's cool to do this. It's not cool. Vaping is intended to be a smoking alternative. It is there to help people quit smoking. It's been successful thus far and should still be used to quit smoking. And that's all. Not to pick up some new habit, not to be a new cool thing to do, not to collect shit and be underage. If you're older and you collect it, that's cool. But if you're underage, you have no business being anywhere near a freaking vape shop. So just wait till you're 18, wait till you're an adult, and then get into it. So here we have the IPV4 box right here. Pretty cool little box. So here we go, we open this up. Here's how it comes. The IPV4, little booklet, little manual. We're going to go over this real quick. See, one IPV4 device, user manual, gift box, USB cable, output power 7 watts to 100 watts. Output voltage 1 volt to 7 volts, input current 1.3 amps to 40 amps, so you can use your 40 amp hydrogen batteries in here. And that should be a recommended thing. 25 to 40 amp batteries are fairly safe for what this goes down to, being a 0.1 ohm box. 3.2 volts, 4.5 volts. So if you have some magic 4.5 volt batteries laying around, you could throw those in this thing. So that's cool. And then you have your ohms right here. 0.1 ohm to 3.0 ohms. Sorry, my lighting's a bit bright too in here. Not sure how to fix the lighting, but I'll figure it out in the editing. You have main features: visual operating system, low voltage protection, low resistance protection, high input voltage warning, output short circuit protection, reverse battery protection, so that's good. So if you insert your batteries in there reverse and you're not paying attention and you're talking to somebody and you're swapping batteries, you have protection for that, so it just won't turn on. We have temperature overheat protection, so normally what a device will say, like the Skelly, it'll probably pop up a warning too hot and you'll have to turn it down. And then you have the software upgrade, GUI, operate, temp control, 200 degrees Fahrenheit to 580 Fahrenheit. If you read in Celsius, this box goes to 100 degrees Celsius to 300 degrees Celsius. So we're going to take it out. Comes in a nice plastic protective little sleeve here. Here's your device. One thing I will point out, this does have a mirror image. It's a freaking fingerprint magnet. I don't know if you can see those, but fingerprints everywhere, which is really annoying. Hey, you guys can see yourselves in there. See the camera? Say hi. Sorry guys, I'm being goofy. So here's the IPV4. The cool thing about this is you slide this off and you have your battery bay right here. Now, a thing that I thought was going to be a bad thing when I first got this is I thought this was going to be weak, it was going to break. No, it's not going to do that. I was wrong. It's pretty nice. When you put this on here, this thing is sturdy. I can squeeze the hell out of it. So that's a nice little thing. Build it into the handle. You don't have to mess with screws, you don't have to mess with magnets, you don't have to mess with anything. It just clips right in. Here is your 510 connection right here. Here's your little cross slots for airflow. So if you have an older tank on there that needs the bottom airflow coming in through there, you have some airflow. Here's your power button. Here's your up wattage, down wattage. And then got some cool little designs on here. Here's your 9-volt charging area. And then you have your vent holes right here. Plenty of vent holes for your batteries. Keep them cool, keep them vented. If there is any venting, it'll vent out the bottom and not in your hand. You have your USB port right there. USB, little micro USB for updating if you need it updated, or if they come out with another update for it. I think they added memory on here. In the old IPv3s, you would take out your batteries, you would change your batteries, put them back in, and your wattage would be reset. All your modes, they would be reset. With this, that's not the case. When I replaced my batteries today on it, it memorized my wattage, what I had it set at. So that was pretty cool. That was a nice feature. So I was happy to see that because I did not like that. I had 2 IPv3s in the past. So here we're going to put the batteries in here. So should be the same for every IPV. You have your positive closest to your buttons. So you're going to get your negative. Put that down in here. And these are spring loaded, so push against the spring first when you insert your batteries. Your next positive is going to go furthest to the outside of the mod. And you're going to put it in there just like that. You're going to put this clip back on. Make sure you have it on there right. Clip right on. So here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn it on. See the Pioneer for You logo. IPv4 popping up there. Check atomizer. So here we have the Kinger sub-tank. I put the last of my El Chongo Loco in here. If you guys saw my last review, El Chongo Loco is a graham cracker with sweet banana from Laid Back Vapes. He's a local juice company here. El Chongo Loco in Bakersfield, California. So here we have the Kinger Sub-Tank Plus. It's got the dual airflow on here. I swapped out the red O-rings for the black. I think the black looks a lot nicer on here. Silver and black kind of match the IPv4. That's a nice look. And I have this black marble drip tip on here, which is pretty fancy looking to me. So here we go. We have it at 30 joules. Little clouds. All right. The nickel is a lot cleaner taste. I thought the flavor on the Sub-10 couldn't get any better. The nickel coil, it's amazing. So let's go over functions. So on the functions, to get through the menu on this thing, you're going to do 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. System. You see your system on there. It's a little blurry. Click it again for your modes. Power mode would be your wattage. Joules would be your nickel build stuff. So that's your settings for your nickel. You have Fahrenheit, or you can have it in Celsius. I prefer Fahrenheit because I don't read Celsius. I don't know the conversion yet. Yes, I'm a noob. Then you have your temp settings. So you can adjust your temperature. So let's put it at 455. How you go through your menu functions. We'll show you how to turn it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clicks. System off. So it turns off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clicks on. I do 6 just in case for good measure. It comes on. Now we have 25 joules on here. You have your battery life, which basically 100%. Now the pros of this thing, it's got nice clicky buttons. The buttons, you know, it clicks pretty damn well. You have the battery bay right here that is built into the handle, so it's really nice. Don't have to deal with anything. The downside to this, USB is at the bottom. So if you do an update, you have to lay it on the side. You can't just stand it up and look at the screen. You have to lay it down or grab it and look at it while it's updating or whatever. You got nice little 22 mil to 23 millimeter up here. I know this thing is 26 millimeters, so it's a little bit wider, so there is some slight overhang. But other than that, it's fairly nice. I mean, I like the design of it. A good solid feeling. This black does get kind of weird looking if you get juice on it, kind of blotchy, so that could be a con on that. Like I said, it only goes to 100 watts, not 150. Find my rhythm in this. But yeah, it's basically just another box mod. Is it worth, you know, $90? I don't know, because you can get the Skelly 150 at 90, but the Skelly doesn't have temperature control. So the temperature control in this, yes, it does make it worth $90. I was iffy about it, but I said, what the hell, and bought it. $90, it's a good mod. You get temperature control, you get wattage. It takes dual 18650. The battery life lasts me about a day and a half to 2 days with a tank on here. With a dripper on here, it might last me 6 hours. But with the tank, it lasts me a day and a half to 2 days solid, and I chain vape. So that's a plus for me. Battery life on this thing is nice. They did do away with those crazy ass springs they had in the IPV4, which was really freaking annoying. You lost a lot of your battery voltage because it did have to go through those springs to ground out. So you lost quite a bit of voltage through those. So they did upgrade it. They did put nicer negative posts in there, positive posts. So that's nice. Well, not posts, but contacts. So that was nice. This mirror image, no. If I'm outside in the sun trying to look at this damn thing, I cannot fucking see my screen, and it's annoying, and I get blinded by the fucking sun unless I turn away from it. But other than that, it's nice. And my video is gonna cut off, so I'm gonna have to jump. I don't know how the hell these other reviewers do 14-minute videos. It's annoying. I'm trying to learn how not to make the videos go too freaking long. I guess I just talk too much. I'm a very explanatory person. I don't know how to be quick and down to the point yet, but I'm working on it, so please give me a break. And please subscribe to this channel if you can. That would be ever so kind of you. Subscribe, like, share with people. I know it's not the most explanatory in the world. There's other reviewers out there, but hopefully I'm gonna get up there and be really good with the reviews. I thought it's easier said than done, and it is. It's easier said than done. It is a lot harder to do a review than you guys think. You have to get the camera, you have to get the laptop, you know, you have to get your memory card, your editing software, and all that junk. So it's a lot harder. And then you have to have a nice backdrop. I need more posters, as you can see. My posters are up there. I'm mounting them too high. So I have to get more posters and fill this wall up so it's a nice backdrop. Other than that, though, I'm learning. So here we go. We have the IPV4, like I said. Got this mirror image. That's a con. You have venting, though. Plenty of venting. So that's a plus. You have nice clicky buttons. That's a plus. You have your batteries built into here. That's a plus. Well, not built into here, but you have a battery bay hidden inside of here. So pretty seamless look. So that's pretty cool. It looks like one nice little piece. You can't even tell that this piece comes off, besides the rattle. Then you have your sub tank, big giant sub tank plus. And man, this El Chongo Loco in here, this stuff is amazing. I've already gone through 3 bottles of it. This stuff is my favorite. 3 milligram, nice and smooth, slight throw hit, and it's pretty damn good. So this is my review on the IPV4. It's worth the $90 in my opinion. $90 for 100 watts. It's not bad when you think about the old DNA 30s that came out. The Cloudport clones, when they first came out, were like 110, 120, depending on which website you went to. So that's pretty neat that now, from going from 30 watts to 100 watts is only $90. To get in a Sigelei 150 is $90. Wattage is pretty cheap nowadays. So yeah, I mean, it's worth the $90 if you want something high wattage. If you want a multi-purpose tool, this is like the Swiss Army knife of freaking, box mods. It's got 100 watts for your drippers. It's got temperature control for you nickel builders. It goes down to 0.1 for you sub-ohmers. I mean, it's pretty much, all in all, a great freaking product. Except the mirror image, I do not like. But like I said, battery life is great, and it's pretty much all-purpose. You can run any tank on this thing. You can run anything on here, except probably like the lower tanks. This diesel can run down to 3 watts. So you can run, your Mustangs on there, your Nautiluses and everything. 7 watts is a bit high for a Mustang and a Nautilus, from my experience. So I wouldn't get one of those and throw it on here. I would go with like the Atlantis, the Arctic, the Matrix, the high voltage, the Kinger sub tank, the Milo, Delta 2. You get all tons of tanks that you can throw on this thing. I'm a tank person when I drive. When I'm at home, I like to drip. Sorry if I'm slightly boring, guys. I'm trying to, find my own